ever wondered why the longest day of the year holds such significance across different cultures? Let's delve into the fascinating phenomenon of the summer solstice. Occurring between the 20th and the 22nd of June in the Northern Hemisphere, this event marks both the longest day of the year and the exciting start of astronomical summer. As an astronomical event, during the Northern Hemisphere's summer solstice, the North Pole is tilted 23.4 degrees towards the sun's warming rays. This makes the vertical noon rays of the sun directly overhead at the Tropic of Cancer, which is 23.4 degrees north of the equator. It is a universal marvel, celebrated and revered by cultures around the globe, each with its unique traditions and rituals. So what makes this day so special? Stay tuned to unravel the mysteries of this celestial event. To truly understand the summer solstice, we must journey back to ancient times. Picture this: a world where the heavens and the earth were intimately connected, where celestial events held profound significance. The summer solstice, the longest day of the year, was one such event that stirred the imagination of our ancestors. Ancient civilizations, like the Greeks and Romans, tied the summer solstice to the rhythms of life. They saw it as a time of abundance and growth, linking it to agricultural activities. The solstice marked the height of summer, a time when the crops were flourishing and the harvest was just around the corner. But it was not just about agriculture. The solstice was also a time of celebration and worship, a time to honor the gods and goddesses of the sun. It was a moment of joy, filled with feasts and religious festivals. The power of the solstice was not lost on the Celtic Druids either. For them, the solstice was a sacred occasion, a time to connect with the divine essence of nature. They celebrated with magnificent bonfires, their flames reaching towards the heavens, echoing the fiery power of the sun. The same reverence for the solstice was found among the Northern and Central European tribes and the Nordic seafarers. They held grand celebrations, their rituals echoing the mystical connection between the sun, the earth, and the sea. But the allure of the summer solstice was not just limited to festivities and rituals. Our ancestors also left behind fascinating markers of their astronomical observations. Archaeological structures like Stonehenge in England and the Sphinx in Egypt align perfectly with the summer solstice. These structures stand as timeless testaments to humanity's ancient fascination with the sun and the stars. Is not it fascinating how our ancestors revered the power of the sun? Their traditions and beliefs, born out of the longest day of the year, continue to echo through time, reminding us of our enduring connection with the cosmos. As we celebrate the summer solstice, we not only bask in the sun's warmth but also in the rich tapestry of our shared human history. The summer solstice is not just a Western phenomenon, it is celebrated worldwide. Let's take a journey around the globe, exploring how this celestial event is commemorated across cultures. In China, for example, the summer solstice is marked by the Duanwu Festival, also known as the Dragon Boat Festival. This ancient celebration involves boat races, the wearing of protective silk talismans, and feasting on zongzi, sticky rice dumplings wrapped in bamboo leaves. It is a time of honor, remembrance, and unity, steeped in centuries of tradition. Now let's travel to North America, where Native American tribes celebrate the sun in their own unique ways. Consider the sun dance, a sacred ceremony performed by tribes like the Lakota and the Cheyenne. This ritual, full of symbolism and reverence, is a time of renewal and connection with the spiritual world. It is a dance that welcomes the sun's warmth, celebrates the life it gives, and pays homage to the balance of nature. Our journey does not end here. Let's venture to Central America, where pre-Columbian civilizations like the Maya and the Aztecs held their own solstice celebrations. For them, the solstice was a time of ritual and reverence, a celestial event deeply intertwined with their rich mythology and cosmology. They mark the occasion with impressive ceremonies and architectural feats that align with the sun's path on this longest day of the year. Across the globe, the solstice is also greeted with bonfires, a tradition rooted in ancient times. These fires, believed to boost the sun's energy for the rest of the year, are a common thread that weaves through cultures from the Celtic Druids to the Nordic seafarers. And let's not forget the wearing of protective garlands, a tradition born from the belief that the solstice is a time of increased magical activity. From China to Central America, these garlands are worn as a shield against any mischievous spirits that might be afoot as the sun makes its longest journey across the sky. So you see, from east to west, the summer solstice truly unites us in celebration. It is a testament to the universal human connection to the sun, the earth, and the rhythms of nature. Regardless of where we are or who we are, we all look to the sky on this day, basking in the light of the longest day, and join in a global celebration of life, warmth, and unity. From east to west, the summer solstice truly unites us in celebration. The summer solstice is not a thing of the past. It continues to be celebrated today. Presently, it is not just the sun that pauses, but people around the world who take a moment to acknowledge this celestial event. From the bonfires that crackle in the Nordic countries to the vibrant garlands that adorn people in various cultures, traditions of yesteryears still find resonance in our modern world. The solstice serves as a reminder of our connection to nature and the rhythms that govern not just the seasons, but our lives as well. In many places, it is a time of community, of coming together to celebrate the light and the warmth that it brings. It is a day that transcends borders, a day that speaks a common language, the language of the sun. The ancient Greeks and Romans might have marked this day with agricultural activities and religious festivals. But today, we too gather, feast, and celebrate in our own ways. It is a day that echoes the past, yet resonates in the present, a day that ties us to our ancestors and to each other. So, the next time the longest day of the year rolls around, remember it is not just another day, but a global celebration of the sun's power. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap the wonders of the summer solstice. This celestial event, marking the longest day of the year, has held profound significance spanning cultures and centuries. From the ancient Greeks and Romans, who tied it to agricultural activities and religious festivals, to the Celts and Nordic seafarers, who celebrated with grand bonfires and friendly gatherings. Even today, traditions like wearing protective garlands and celebrating with ceremonies continue globally. So as we bask in the glow of the longest day, we are not just celebrating summer, but a tradition as old as time itself.
Thank you for watching. Hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. We do like to know and hear your feedback. And if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can get early access to our videos and where we post bonus material. Till next time, this is Geeky Tidbits saying cheers and have a good day.